Africa's largest IPO. How Aliko Dangote's $40 billion listing is changing investments in Nigeria. What if I told you that a single business deal is costing thousands of ordinary people across Nigeria to open investment accounts for the very first time? What if I told you that market traders, civil servants, students, professionals, and members of the Nigerian diaspora are all talking about the same opportunity? And what if this opportunity could become the largest initial public offering in African history? Today we are discussing the growing excitement surrounding Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, and the proposed $40 billion IPO of the Dangote Refinery. We will explain what IPO actually is, what a brokerage account does, and why Nigerians are rushing to participate, and how this development could serve as a model for economic transformation across Africa. Stay with us because this story is about much more than one company. It is about the future of African capital markets and whether Africans can increasingly finance African development. Over the past several months, anticipation has been building around reports that Aliko Dangote planned to take a portion of his refinery business public through initial public offering, commonly known as an IPO. The refinery located in Lagos, Nigeria, is one of the most ambitious industrial projects ever completed in Africa. With the refinery capacity of approximately 650,000 barrels per day, it is considered the world's largest single-train refinery. The proposed listing has reportedly placed a valuation of approximately $40 billion on the refinery and could raise billions of dollars for investors. As news of the potential IPO spread, financial institutions reported growing interest from individuals seeking to open brokerage accounts so they could participate or potentially purchase shares when offering becomes available. This level of public excitement is unusual in Africa and demonstrates the power of large-scale economic projects to capture the imagination of ordinary citizens. Who is Aliko Dangote? Before discussing the IPO, it is important to understand who Aliko Dangote is. Aliko Dangote is the founder and chairman of the Dangote Group, one of Africa's largest conglomerates. His business interests include cement manufacturing, sugar production, soil processing, fertilizer production, petrochemicals, oil refinery. For many years, Dangote has been recognized as Africa's richest individual. What makes his business journey particularly significant is that much of his wealth is built through industrial production rather than technology or financial services. His business model is focused on replacing imports with domestic manufacturing and processing. The Dangote Refinery represents the largest example of his strategy. Now, what is an IPO? Now let's answer the most important question. What exactly is an IPO? An IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. An IPO occurs when a private company decides to sell shares of ownership to the public for the first time. Before an IPO, ownership is generally limited to funders, family members, private investors, and institutional stakeholders. After an initial public offering, IPO, ordinary people can purchase or shares and become partial owners of the company. So think of a company as a giant pie, right? Before the IPO, only a few people own slices of that pie. After an IPO, millions of investors may have an opportunity to buy small pieces of that same pie. When investors buy shares, they hope that the company will grow in value over time. If the company succeeds, the value of those shares may increase. Some companies also pay what they call dividends, allowing shareholders to receive a portion of the company profit. Now, what is a brokerage account? Another term appearing frequently in discussions about the Dangote IPO is brokerage account. Many people hear about this phrase, but do not fully understand what it means. A brokerage account is an investment account that allows people to buy and sell financial assets such as bonds, exchange traded funds, mutual funds, and other securities. So think about it this way. Brokerage account as a bank account for investing, right? Just as you need an account, a bank account to deposit money and conduct financial transaction, you generally need a brokerage account to purchase shares in publicly traded companies. The process usually works like this. Step 1, an individual opens a brokerage account through the licensed broker. Step 2, the individual deposits money into that account. Then the step 3, the individual uses that money to purchase shares of company listed on the stock exchange. So without a brokerage account, most people cannot directly participate in the stock market or market investing. This is why reports of Nigerians rushing to open brokerage accounts indicate that many citizens want to participate in the potential refinery listing. Why are Nigerians and Africans excited? There are several reasons behind the growing excitement and enthusiasm. First, national pride for Nigerians and Africans. The Dangote Refinery is viewed by many Nigerians as a symbol of national achievement. For decades, Nigeria exported crude oil, but imported much of its crude refined fuel. Many Nigerians saw this as a contradiction for one of the world's leading oil-producing nations. The refinery is helping change that reality. As a result, many citizens feel a personal connection to the project. Second, wealth creation. Many investors believe the refinery could become one of Africa's most valuable companies. The whole purchasing shares early could provide significant returns over time. This creates a classic investment phenomenon known as FOMO, fear of missing out. People do not want to watch others benefit from an opportunity they ignored. Third, confidence in Dangote. Many Nigerians have watched Dangote successfully build businesses over several decades. This track record creates confidence among potential investors. People often invest not only in companies but also in the management teams and leadership. Why this IPO matters beyond Nigeria? The significance of this story extends far beyond Nigeria. For decades, many African economies have struggled to mobilize large pool of domestic investment capital. Major infrastructure projects often relied heavily on foreign loans, development finance institutions, international investors, government borrowing. The Dangote IPO represents something different. It creates an opportunity for African citizens themselves to participate directly in financing a major industrial asset. This is a powerful concept. Rather than watching economic growth from the sidelines, citizens can potentially become shareholders or stakeholders in that growth. Now, the question that will be asked is, how could this be expanded across Africa? This is where the story becomes even more important. Since we always discuss Africa, the entire Africa on the channel, we want to see how this is going to be important. Imagine similar opportunities emerging throughout the continent. South Africa, large energy, mining, and manufacturing projects could offer broader public ownership through stock market listing. In places like Kenya, technology companies and infrastructure developers could attract local investors rather than relying exclusively on foreign capitals. Places like Nigeria, places like Ghana, right? The similar model, agro or business firms could use public listing to raise money for expansion while allowing citizens to share in economic growth. Countries like Egypt, industrial or manufacturer could access domestic investment capital through public markets. Then look at Ethiopia. Future industrial parks and manufacturing giants could eventually provide investment opportunities for ordinary citizens. The broader lesson is that African development should not be limited to governments and foreign investors. Citizens themselves should have opportunities to invest in and benefit from major economic projects. Despite these excitements, I want to point out challenges still remain. Financial literacy. Many Africans still lack access to investment education. Governments, schools, financial institutions, and the media organizations like mine must improve public understanding of investing. They will get market assets. Millions of Africans remain outside formal financial institutions. Digital investment platforms could bridge that gap. Then regulatory protection, that is very important. Strong financial regulations are essential. Investors must be protected from fraud, misinformation, and market manipulation. Successful capital market requires stable economic policies and investor confidence. Without stability, investors may hesitate to participate. The African capital market opportunity. The long-term opportunity is enormous. Africa has one of the youngest populations in the world. The continent is expanding rapidly, experiencing rapid urbanization. Technology adoption continues to accelerate. Saving rates are growing in many countries. If these trends are combined with stronger stock exchanges and investment opportunities, African capital market could become a major source of economic growth. The Dangote IPO may be remembered not only as a corporate transaction, but as a turning point in how Africans think about wealth creation and ownership. The excitement surrounding Aliko Dangote's process and proposed refinery IPO reflects more than investor enthusiasm. It reflects a growing belief that Africans should have greater opportunities to participate in the ownership of major economic assets. And IPOs allows a company to raise capital from the public. A brokerage account provides the gateway for individuals to invest. Together, these tools can help transform ordinary citizens from spectators into stakeholders in economic development. Whether the Dangote Refinery ultimately becomes Africa's largest IPO or not, it has already started an important conversation about investment, ownership, and the future of African capital market. The real question now is, can other African countries create similar opportunity that allows their citizens to invest in industry that would shape the continent's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Could you invest in Dangote Refinery if given the opportunity? Can IPOs help accelerate economic development across Africa? Folks, if you enjoyed this discussion, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay informed and keep the conversation going. You can read the story on our website. Look in the description below and it will direct you to our website to read the full story. Folks, once again, you are watching When the Dust Settles. My name is Aliko Dangote, and we're discussing Africa. The Dangote Refinery will be going public, and many Nigerians and many Africans are excited. When good things happen on the continent, we must talk about it, because the only thing that international media or most international media are interested in are the bad things that happen in Africa. Folks, once again, my name is Aliko Dangote. Have a great day. I will talk to you. Bye for now.